No smoker? No problem. Campfire Smokin Burgers at the lake. You see me smoke burgers on a Ninja grill and a pellet smoker, but what about campfire smoking? Today we're smoking burgers the old school way out here at the lake with a campfire and a cooking grate. Let's get smoking. All right, we've got 3 1-pound balls of 80/20 ground beef. These are going to be these are going to be massive burgers. Uh, but they're like I said, they're 80/20. They're going to cook down quite a bit, but they are big. You don't want to overwork your beef too much. You want to leave it a little loose, but get just about an inch thick. These are going to be, I have small hamburger buns, so these are going to just dwarf them. And then I always put like a dimple in the middle. It helps. I don't really know why. I don't know really know why. My dad always did, and well, I'm sure there's a reason. I think it has to do with maybe not drying out so much. I'll have to look into that. Let me know if you know why I'm doing that. And then we're just gonna salt and pepper. We're not getting overly fancy with our seasonings. It doesn't come out of there very fast. There we go. We'll flip them over and do the other side too. All right, then we'll get these on the smoker, on the grill grate over the campfire and get them smoking. All right, well, this didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped. I think I probably should have used smaller splits for the logs. I don't have as nice a bed of coals as I'd hoped, but we're going to hope for the best here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the hickory wood chunks on. And of course, they decided to mow. That's all right. It needed to be mowed. Hope you can hear me. But we're just going to throw some of these hickory chunks on right in the hottest part of the coal bed. Let's just throw 3 or 4 on there. That flame will go out probably shortly. We're going to let that other log lay on the side and just smoke. Hopefully we'll get more of the hickory smoke going here, but let's get the burgers on and see what happens here. All right, we got our grill grate about 18 to 24 inches off of up from the fire or the coals and off to the side just a little bit. And you can kind of, I didn't bring my thermometer out here, but if you hold your hand over, you should be able to hold it for about 8 or 10 seconds before you get too hot and have to pull it away. I think I got to lower it. I'm about right there is where I want to be. So lower it down about, probably just 12 inches maybe. Remember, we're going indirect heat. We're just trying to get the smoke. Of course, the wind's picking up too. But let's go ahead and get those burgers on, and we'll just see what happens here. Our mammoth burgers we've got here. I'm gonna put that one right there. All right. So we're just gonna let that go. I might pull that log out. It's got a little different aroma than the hickory, so I might just pull that off so that we don't get a weird mixture of smoke But we'll let that go probably about 25 or 30 minutes, and we'll flip them about halfway through. But we'll just see what happens here. Okay, while we're waiting for those burgers to smoke, let's go ahead and make a burger sauce. You know, some people have the mac sauce, special sauce. We're going to make our own sauce here, and it's simply some mayonnaise, yellow mustard, ketchup, a little bit of smoked paprika, and we're going to add just a touch of pickle juice too there. Very simple. So let's get started. We're going to do half a cup of mayonnaise. I happen to have light mayo here. That's kind of what we eat around my house. Trying to eat a little healthier. You can use regular mayo if you want, but this is what we had. And out here at the lake, you know what I always say, you got to use what you got. That's okay. This is what we have. So this is what we always have. When I was a kid, we used the Miracle Whip. Oh, I didn't care for that. All right. So we got our mayonnaise. And then we need a tablespoon of plain old yellow mustard. And we need a tablespoon of good old ketchup. And it wouldn't be Kansas if the wind wouldn't pick up. It's been calm all morning. As soon as I get started, you know the drill. All right, and then we need a napkin. I know you're not supposed to lick your hands. We need some paprika, just a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And we're going to add just a touch of pickle juice. That's plenty. That's good. And then we're just going to mix it up. Mix it real good. And then we're going to just toss it in the fridge and let those flavors meld together. And oh, that's going to be delicious. Smells like burger sauce. That's going to be delicious. All right, we'll just get that in the fridge, let that sit till our burgers are done, and then we'll move on to the next step. Decided to pull the pickup around, kind of block a little bit of that wind. Of course, now it's just going to swirl. Well, I may have to sit here and watch it. That's all right. We're doing all right. I did find my thermometer, so I'm just going to put that on there and kind of monitor our temp over the fire a little bit. Obviously, we need to move that up some. Oh, it's in Celsius. Let's see what we can do about switching that to Fahrenheit, because I'm a typical American. I can't do the conversion. Yeah, we're just under 100 degrees, so we need to move this down. Get us closer to the fire here. The coals, I should say. Well, you know the saying, when life gives you lemons. Well, this has been an experience so far. A lot of things aren't quite working out the way I'd hoped. This is the first time I've done it, and just a lot of things are going wrong. First of all, you probably noticed those big old 1 pound burgers. That's ridiculous. Why did I make 1 pound burgers? Should have made them half pounds. That's all right. We can roll with that. Campfire smoking is a lot about, any kind of chunk wood smoking is about fire management. I realized we didn't have enough coals. It takes quite a bit of wood to make a good bed of coals. My splits weren't small enough. There's a lot of things go wrong, but we're not done yet. I'm not giving up. They're still going. They're going to take longer because them mammoth burgers, but we're going to get there. We're monitoring our temp. We're keeping it at around 200, between 200 and 250, 225, somewhere around in there. But we're going to get a good hickory smoke on them. But we're going to make lemonade. We're going to make Campfire Bourbon Lemonade. When things don't go right, just make a cocktail. That's all right. We might make a couple. And I don't have my jigger, so we're going to guess. You want about 2 ounces of bourbon for our campfire lemonade. That's about 2 ounces. And we're using our old trusty Knob Creek. And then we're going to just use, the store-bought lemonade. You're out at the lake. I don't have a lot of lemons. I had 1 lemon. So we're just going to use the bottled lemonade. That's okay too, though. We're going to add about that much. It's about 4 ounces of lemonade. We're going to put just a splash of club soda in there. Just a splash. And we're going to just stir it up a little bit with our paring knife. And put our lemon wedge garnish on there. And there you have it. Campfire Bourbon Lemonade. Doesn't get much easier than that. But let's give it a taste. I know I'm jumping the gun. Usually we have the pairing at the end. We'll make another one. Got to get through this. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, I kind of like that. That's really good. It's tart, refreshing. It is. We are at the lake. It is cloudy today and kind of cool. We're early in the season here, but it rained last night. But that's still quite refreshing for a summertime lake cocktail. That's really good. I think that's going to go well with the burger. It's just a simple burger. We don't have a lot of seasoning, just salt and pepper on there, but I think this is going to go nicely with that. It'll pair with that hickory. The bourbon is going to go well with the hickory smoke. But we'll get back to it. We're going to continue to monitor fire, manage the flame, manage the smoke. We'll check back in. Well, now it's starting to rain on me, so we'll finish this up inside. I'll get these off the grill. My fire's flaring up. I'll get these off of the campfire, and we're shooting for an internal temp of about 145 for medium. We'll get those done, and then we'll get a taste of. We'll do it inside. It might light up here. Maybe we'll get lucky. All right. Okay, we got a lull in the rain, so we're gonna try and do this real quick. I tried to toast these. They didn't get real toasty, but a little bit. But got one still on there. It's not quite done. These are up to about 148, so should be medium. This one's about 145, so they're right about where I like them. Let's go ahead and get them built here. Trying to hurry. Sorry. We've got our burger sauce. It's been in the fridge just mixing and gelling. Get a fair helping of that on here. All right, and then of course we got to have a slice of tomato. Put that on top. And our sauce. Then we put our burger on there, our mammoth burger. Of course, we got to have a slice of cheese. Just good old American slice cheese. And we want to, gotta have a couple pickles on there. They smell wonderful. They got a nice hickory smoke aroma to them. One more pickle here. There we go. And then our big old slice of tomato here. That is a big slice. Let's try and get a little thinner slice. It's a pretty tomato, but I think it could have stayed on the vine just a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. That's the way we want it. All right, and then our top bun. Oh, look at that. How am I going to get my mouth around that? Let's give it a shot here. Pardon me, this is going to be ugly. I don't have a napkin. I have to use my glove. That is fantastic. Let me see if I can get you a shot of that. It's starting to sprinkle again. Gotta hurry. Just nice and juicy and pink, warm pink center, just like I like it. Yeah, there are ginormous. We had issues all along the way, but you know what? It turned out really good. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again to Smokin and Drinkin. Thanks for joining me out here at the lake. This was an experiment. I know we can do this. This is how smoking started over the campfire. We're going to keep working on this. We're going to learn a little more about fire and smoke management, and we'll be out here again for sure to try it again. Maybe we'll do some chicken thighs or something like that, or chicken breast. But like I said, I want to thank you all for joining in. If you're new to the channel, thank you, welcome. And if you like this video, click the like button and be sure and subscribe. It really helps us out. And well, if you want to hit that notification bell, if you want to get notified too. And as always, Prost!